And I started tweeting some of them out. And I need to get back in the habit of that.
I have a bunch of PC friends who just like every day, at least once a day, they're like, "Why do you play console games?" Just like when I'm playing Counter-Strike and I pull a really cool like triple kill or something, I'm like, Xbox, record that. That's one thing you can't do on PC.
Yeah.
That's one thing you can't do on PC.
Yeah.
That's one thing you can't do on PC.
Yeah. Way to go,
You
by the way.
kind of can with NVIDIA.
You just screwed over a bunch of our listeners.
To be fair, you kind of, for the PC people, you kind of can with NVIDIA. You can do a hotkey where you just like, you hit record, and I think it records the last 30 seconds.
That would be nice. That would be nice. That would be nice.
Yeah.
If I had a PC. If I had a PC. If I had a PC. If I had a PC.
So this is the full story of how the events between b0nd and Sean Finnegan and IGN all started. It all started with a simple tweet that I did to NVIDIA, just telling them, hey, you need to educate these guys at IGN. And from there, Hardware News, they went ahead and liked the tweet. You know, nothing big, you know, normal stuff, right? And then b0nd went ahead and just reiterated what I just said. And I hope you all are paying attention to the time. I should have said this earlier, but the time that's posted on the right corner. All this is from my email address because Sean went ahead and deleted like majority of all his tweets. But if you know how Twitter works, they send you an email on all the tweets and retweets and that you're mentioning. Then Sean replied stating that he's fully aware of how Shadowplay works. So if he's aware of how it works, why would he say what he said? You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. Like, it's not, from that comment right there, you can tell things aren't adding up. Then b0nd replied stating, I'm not sure you did unless you're simply pandering to an audience. In other words, just pandering more to console players, stating, acting like the PC can't do what they do. You know what I mean? But then he says that half the games I capture at IGN involve PC capture. So I'm kind of like, you know, shocked at what he said in the podcast. Then if he's fully aware of PC hardware capturing devices, why in the world would he say what he is? You know, why would he say this?
Like every day, at least once a day, they're like, "Why do you play console games?" Just like when I'm playing Counter-Strike and I pull a really cool like triple kill or something, I'm like, Xbox, record that. That's one thing you can't do on PC.
Yeah. Way to go,
You
by the way.
kind of can with NVIDIA.
You just screwed over a bunch of our listeners.
To be fair, you kind of, for the PC people, you kind of can with NVIDIA. You can do a hotkey where you just like, you hit record, and I think it records the last 30 seconds.
That would be nice.
And then he comes back and says that my point was that Xbox wanted PS4 make HD footage capturing and sharing much easier on the PC. Well, the thing is, he didn't make that point. He didn't try to justify that either. And also, hitting one button on the keyboard is not hard at all. I mean, really? Yeah, I was kind of confused. You know, I'm like, what you said in the podcast, that matching what you're saying on Twitter. And he's just trying to say, oh, well, we edited a video to take that part out. And the video didn't allude, you know, before or after to his point at all. You know, I really don't know what he was trying to get at. He never did make that point in the original podcast. But then I was kind of confused. I'm like, this guy's got to be joking because Shadowplay does the last 20 minutes. And he's obviously, from the reply, as you can see, he's fully aware. He's not joking, and he's fully aware of how Shadowplay works. So if that's the case, then why would he say what he said in the podcast? You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. Like, he has like a split personality or something. So b0nd replied back just to reiterate what he was saying earlier about Sean trying to make a point. And b0nd brought it out. I was like, nobody misinterpreted anything. Even your colleague had to correct you. You know, so from that, I was like, I didn't know hitting the button was such a hard thing to do. And he was like, it's the ease of use between a PC and a console. I'm like, whatever, man. So I'm telling them, so you're telling me your audience is simple-minded people is what you're getting at, right? You know, so b0nd was like, hitting the button is hard now. Like, are you trolling? Because honestly, at that point, I don't know what the guy was trying to do. So at this point, this is where shit hit the fan. Sean Finnegan says, a further point is that no one cares enough to make a fucking video about it like you did, referring to b0nd. The only thing b0nd did was just take a part of the podcast out and showed him, like, hey, man, what you're saying right here is idiotic. The only thing I did was take that link and then went ahead and mentioned NVIDIA and Sean, and it was like, hey, man, you need to educate this dude because, guys, what he's saying is some stupid shit over here. Everything else on Twitter that happened is kind of pointless. What I'm trying to say is that everybody else tried to chime in after b0nd and I destroyed him, you know. So there's no point of even mentioning all those things. But one funny thing he mentioned, or I say it's funny, it's kind of just misleading, I guess. He states that he has over 800 hours in Counter-Strike. For those that play Counter-Strike on the PC, I don't know about PS3 though, I'm pretty sure he's referring to the PC. On Counter-Strike Go, you can record clips within the game itself. So it just makes you think, like, these game journalists, you know, they're not gamers, man. You know, they clearly don't know what they're talking about. Clearly, you know. So for those that just stuck around and watched the video, thanks for watching. But this is the story behind it. This is how it all started. You know, started with Bond making the video and me doing the tweet and getting this guy to respond to me and Bond. So for those that are watching, man, thanks for watching the video. And if you can, please like the video. I want this dude Sean to see it, you know, because he can delete stuff on Twitter to try to hide all his mistakes, because he knows he's wrong. Because if you're right, you don't delete anything. You know what I mean? If you're right about something, you don't take it back. You leave it out there. But you know, once you say it online, man, it's up for grabs. You know what I mean? Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm b0nd, and I'm out.